Selling a premium offer doesn't start with the pitch, but it starts with the story. And no, this is not about motivational speech or oversharing your personal story. If you've ever struggled to attract high paying clients or all your amazing offers seem to fall on deaf ears, then it most likely means that the story your clients are supposed to hear is not getting to them. That ends today because in today's episode, I will be sharing with you my 3-part MAG story framework. Without chasing or convincing, and by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to use your own story to shift belief and trigger trust to get them to believe in you and trust your brand without you even pitching. And this framework is the moment, the aha, and the gateway. This is what I teach my clients to get their high ticket offers, to get premium buyers, and as well sell their premium brands. Good day, you're welcome once again to another session with Dr. Ish and the Brand Story School series. And today we will be talking about the only 3-part story that sells premium offers without feeling salesy. Ugh. Most times, I know what you feel like when somebody jumps into your DM and the minute they dish out the first line or the second line, you already know this guy is about to sell something to me or this lady is about to sell something to me. This right here is just solution to that problem. If you're a salesman, saleswoman, or whatever, content creator, coach, professional, as long as you just have something you need people to buy from you. This only 3-part story that sells premium offers, what I also use to sell my high ticket offers, is what I'm going to be teaching you today. And I call it the MAG story formula. Now, if you're trying to sell a premium offer, but you keep getting ghosted or hearing, I'll think about it. I mean, that's like the worst line anybody selling anything would want to hear. Most times we just want to jump into someone's DM, send a message, I'm selling this, I'm selling that, and then the person doesn't argue, they just say, I'm ready to buy. But we all know that doesn't happen. Most of the time you need to convince them that you are the solution to their pain points. So most times when you get ghosted or you hear, I'll think about it, this one story framework is about to change the game. And I call it the MAG story because it pulls people in like a magnet. That's why I call it the MAG story. And it is designed to turn quiet browsers into premium buyers without feeling pushy or salesy. And the reason why most people can't sell premium offers is because they focus on logic instead of belief. They pitch the features instead of the vision, that future transformation that you are promising your clients. And most of all, they forget that the buyers are emotional first. You're not selling to a robot, you're not selling to an AI, you're selling to somebody that has feelings. Most people can't sell because they're doing it backwards. They lead with logic instead of belief. And you see, listing features is good. Basically, anybody buying anything already can tell the features of the products or service they want to get. It's like models to them, worksheets, call times. But when the buyer is craving a better version of themselves. And people selling whatever it is they're trying to sell, mostly premium offers, they forget this. People buy emotionally first. Please don't ever forget that. People buy emotionally first and then they justify what they're buying later with logic. They find an emotional reason why they need that thing. Then when they've gotten the emotional reason, then they start searching out for the logic behind the reason. But emotions usually are the reasons why most people make certain decisions. They could just decide not to buy something from you because they don't like how you look, how you present yourself, how you dress, which may not necessarily mean that the product you have is not good for them. So that's just an example of an emotional decision. So if your story doesn't speak to their emotions, your strategy will not matter. So your buyer needs three emotional triggers, and this is why you need the MAG story. This three-part story framework taps into the exact emotional triggers that premium buyers need to feel before they say yes. One is the moment that mirrors their current struggle. What are they going through currently? The second is the aha that shifts their belief. And the third is the gateway that leads them to your solution. And this is how you sell through resonance, not resistance. You need to take good note of that. The first part is the moment. This is where you describe a situation that your ideal client deeply relates to. You are showing them, hey, I've been there too. And this is just a typical example. I was scrolling, frustrated, knowing I had something to offer, but nobody was paying attention. The goal here isn't perfection, it's honesty, and that moment builds connection. Now, the aha that changes the entire game. This is the moment, the insight that shifted everything for you or for a client. A typical example of this would be saying things like, oh, and that's when I realized my story wasn't missing, I was just hiding it. This part activates belief. You are helping them say, wait, if she figured it out, maybe I can too. This is where trust is born. Remember, in all my classes, I always say before anybody buys from you, they must go through the KLT process, which is they must know you, they must like you, and they must trust you. This is where the emotional factor comes in. They have to know, like, and trust, which is also known as KLT. Now, finally, you have to lead them to the gateway of your offer. But you don't just drop it out of nowhere. It should feel like the next obvious step, like obviously the next step is to get your offer so that they can partake from that transformation and that solution that you are promising you can deliver. The transformation you have personally experienced with that product or service, and you are promising that they will also feel or go through that same transformation. Then the next logical step is to take them to the gateway that leads to that offer. And this creates a smooth emotional bridge from connection to conversion. They must connect with what you have to sell. They must connect with what you have to offer. And it is the story you tell them, the brand story, like examples, testimonials of what your offer has done for other people, or most likely, even better still, yourself. Most times when I sell to people, I use my own story as a reference point to show them the level of transformation that can happen to them. If it's in sales, if it's in human resources, if it's in being a creator, I take them through my own transformation from a point zero to a point 100, and which gives me a certain level of thought leadership and credibility, showing that I can also take them through that same process. So let's put it all together with a real example. Moments, right? I was posting every week, but still getting ignored. Now, moving on to the aha moment is then I realized that people don't connect to content, they connect to story. This is my own example. And then the gateway here is this is why I built Story First Framework to help you turn your experience into high converting content. So when you structure your story like this, you're not just telling a tale, you are guiding a decision. It is your job when you are selling premium offers to guide your lead, guide your prospect through this MAG story framework from the moment where something was wrong to an aha moment and then to the gateway of your offer. Now, the question is, where do you need to use this MAG story framework? Well, pretty much everywhere your brand shows up. Everywhere your brand shows up, you need to use it. Your sales pages, your LinkedIn or Instagram content, or your TikTok, anywhere it is that you are positioned strategically online, your DMs and your email replies, always find a way to just chip in that little transformation story that promises them that same level of transformation, starting from their pain point. You must be able to identify their pain point, because that's when you'll be able to get it. Your webinar openings, and definitely on your high ticket sales. So what mistakes should you avoid? Before you go writing yours, let's talk about what not to do. Don't tell random stories with no clear point. Don't end with, and that's it. You leave them confused. And don't make it all about you. Your story is there to mirror their belief and not boost your ego. So structure matters. Intent matters even more. Your clients are always they will easily read your intent and what you're trying to do if you actually want to offer a solution for them. So a premium buyer needs to feel three things before they say yes: that you understand their pain, that something new is possible, and that your offer is the next step. And that is the mag story. And when you master it, you'll never need to hard sell again. So if you want help crafting yours, drop mag in the comments and I'll send you my free swipe file.
Who pay the most don't buy information. Buy alignment, they buy belief, and then they buy the version of themselves your story reflects. That's what the MAG story does. It shifts the conversation from pitching to pulling. Ready to stop selling randomly and start enrolling intentionally, then start with your story. If you want help writing your MAG story, I've got something for you. Your story is your advantage. Let's make sure it's saying the right thing.